Bro, on God, bro. Being a streamer, being an Asian, being like right beside black streamer, bro, it's so hard to not to say the N-word, bro. Like, bro, imagine saying the N-word and your whole career is gone, bro. Like, it's how hard, you know how hard is that, bro? Being a streamer, this is the hard part, bro. If you're not black, bro, this is the hardest part of all time, bro. Like, bro, imagine you say one, your whole career is gone, bro. Like, you gone, bro. You feel me? Like, how the fuck? Like, and it's a live stream. You cannot delete. You cannot edit. You feel me? It's so hard to do that, bro. So you can say off stream? Nah. I mean, shit. Nah. But I know a lot of people been saying that word. But
I bet you do. I bet you know a whole bunch of motherfuckers who be saying that word. Nah, you can't say the word. Nah, all of a sudden y'all want to be black. Oh, okay. What's up? How y'all doing? JQ, how are you? I'm doing great. We are on episode 29. Yeah, we moving right along, y'all. It's coming quite fast. I ain't feeling it today. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm tired. Like, physically, body-wise, like, I am tired. But this the commitment I made, and now I ain't gonna complain. I'm thankful. I thank God I'm able to still get on here. I thank God for having all the tools I need to get on here and do what I need to do and bring y'all these daily topics. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it.
Black youth of today do not go to church, and they don't have that church band and grooming. Like B. Cox came from the church, right?
Right.
Jodeci comes from church. Like,
Right.
so when you listen to that soul, that soul that you think is soul, it's
that's coming from over there.
It's an added piece of information that if you're gonna make these records, it's hard to beat Jodeci when you don't have that element.
You don't have,
you know what I mean? You don't have that
soul. You don't have that.
That's an element. So it's like when people be saying, "Yo, music ain't the way it used to be." Like I just posted my new Anthony Hamilton record is coming out
Queen.
October 4th. Yeah, Queen, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton comes from the church. Like,
yeah.
You're not gonna get that that's in his voice. Yeah. You ain't just getting that from being on the internet. That ain't getting ready to happen.
Before I comment, I'm gonna go to the comments before I comment. Let's see. Somebody said we gotta put these kids back to where most of us started, the Lord's house. Somebody said facts, but also support those artists the same way you would any other, and then we'll be back on track. Somebody said I don't want to hear those vocals, church runs, and riffs anymore. That is not the only style of singing. Sure ain't. Now, I agree with that. A lot of people's voices don't need to be adding a lot of riffs and runs, but you know, the lack of attraction to women is what's causing the decline in R&B. Niggas put more effort into pressing their homeboys. Oh, they got over 1,000 responses on that. Well, how can y'all blame them? Ladies, there's a lot of ladies out there that don't want all that nice, sweet stuff. I've heard that so many times. Oh, he too sweet. Y'all want the dope boys that got the guns and they keep a bag, keep a stolen scammy bag on them. Y'all are city girls now, and city girls don't be sitting around here. A lot of city girls don't be sitting around here listening to that sweet shit. They don't want no damn man who laying around singing sweet shit all fucking day. He's on to something. And a lot of people a lot of younger generation nowadays, they don't want to, they have evolved from the whole vocal acrobatics of it all. They've evolved from that. We are in a time of AI where AI can duplicate your voice. Younger generation has evolved from the whole strict vocal acrobats that vocals in the past have done. They are in the time of AI and computers where they can duplicate the note. And even that alone takes a lot of the soul out of the voice. I agree with him. Y'all know I sing. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I came up in the church. So I've learned 3 or 4 different ways of singing. First, I learned the church way, right? Then I went on to learn opera. My mom had me in vocal classes and stuff like that, in school choirs and stuff like that. So I learned at an early age. I started vocal lessons, and when I learned that vocal lessons is each teacher is going to teach you different. Each teacher is going to teach you a different style. Each teacher is not going to be the same. So my first vocal teacher, besides church, because church, you start with in the choir. Aside from that, I learned opera. And in opera, I learned that there are 2 kinds of music. There's classical music, and then there's style. And those are the 2 types of voices that you hear when you hear singing. So what Jermaine Dupree is talking about is like classical, like the runs, and these are, when you go to church, opera, singing, all singing starts with opera and gospel. All. Gospel adds the whole soul to it. Opera is the vocal correctness of it all. Like opera is the beginning of the voice as a whole. So I began to learn the different styles. I mean, the different kinds of music. There's classical and then there's style. And so when you start looking at professionals, that's when it gets tricky, because a lot of professionals are mixing classical with style. Pure example, like from on my opinion, Whitney would be considered as a classical singer, right? And I'm saying classical because of how vocally correct she had to be. How vocally correct. And she with her voice, true, y'all can hear the opera and the gospel at the root of her voice. But Whitney also was a style. It's like there were a lot of professionals in mainstream. They'll have a classical, background, but they have learned style of their own. Style is something that you have as a person that you interpret inside of your music. And a lot of people don't have to understand that. Like, example for somebody who's not a classical singer, Britney Spears. Britney Spears is a singer with style. She has a certain style of where she sings. Beyonce is not a classical singer. Beyonce has style. And I love Beyonce. I think she can sing. I do. I've been to 4 concerts of hers, and I've enjoyed each and every one of them. And Beyonce too. Like, she can be considered as a little classical because she knows opera music. And she sings it. That's why I say a lot of professionals, they be having a classical background, but they've learned style by being in the industry. So it's the same thing, like I'm saying with B. Like B, she knows how to do opera. If you can do opera, you can sing anything. If you can sing opera music, you can sing anything. Because opera, you have to be vocally correct. Now, gospel, you don't have to be so vocally correct. But you do have to be vocally correct. I don't know how to explain that because gospel is kind of opera too. But there's more soul in gospel. It's something about that gospel. When I was in the choir, I remember, like, gospel, you could just be cleaning the church and everybody is around. Somebody could just come out and start singing. There's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move. My love, my soul. This building keeps on sinking in my soul to another building. Yeah, by hand. So, as I'm singing, everybody around me just bust out singing. It's something that I really think it extends from slavery days. Like how the slaves, the black slaves in America would have to sing out in the fields. And that was our way of getting through. That pain, that's what gospel is. That's what you really hear. You hear somebody who went through something and they had to sing from their belly to get through it. See, that's the thing about that gospel. And so when he speaks of Doechii and all these artists that really saying they sang from their belly, it's something they learn how to do in church. It's something that you don't have to go to church, but you got to be around some black folks. Yeah, you got to be around some black folks. Because there's something about gospel. Gospel is not regular Catholic church music. Regular Catholic church music is opera. It's the hymns and opera. So, gospel is like the flavor of that. And you learn, I don't know, it's just something about being black, going through that hardship, having to sing your way through a lot of stuff. That pain comes through your voice. It's only something that you can learn in church. Getting on your knees, praying, doing what I just said, busting out, just singing. It's something that you only can learn that way. So I get what Jermaine Dupree's saying when he said a lot of artists is missing church. A lot of young youth is missing the church. I agree. These babies don't even know what real singing is like. That's why they going by what they see on social media. I remember when I showed my niece and nephews Whitney Houston. I think I told y'all this story before. And they looked at me like I was crazy. They was like, she can't sing. Taylor Swift sounds better than her. Couldn't believe it. And Taylor Swift is what I'm talking about. She doesn't have gospel nowhere in her voice. But she do has country. Now, country is an extension of opera and gospel. Next is bluegrass and country. That's storytelling. That storytelling. Where the landslide brought it down. Well, mirror in the sky. What is love? Storytelling. So, a lot of artists don't know what that's like. And Taylor, she got country in her voice. Taylor, can you sing gospel? If you can't sing gospel. And I agree with one of the commenters. They said, that ain't the only way to sing out on riffs and runs. I agree. That ain't the only way to sing. But it's something about that gospel. If y'all want to really like tap into the atmosphere and emotions and really get like a vocal reaction out of somebody, learn how to sing gospel. And like he said, that only comes from being groomed a certain kind of way, being brought up in church or a certain kind of way. It's not somebody can just throw you in church and say, well, learn it. No, it's Like I said, you gotta. It's a thing. It's really a thing. All right, y'all. We're gonna move right along. I spent a little too much time on that, but yeah, it's really a thing.
Kelly is the R in R&B. Like, we gotta stop fucking playing around. Like, I get it. I understand what. Listen, I'm not here to talk about none of that bullshit that he's involved with. But
you're not lying.
He is the R in R&B. Like, hands down, right?
I agree. I agree. I agree. To an extent. To an extent. To an extent. You know. Yeah, I ain't got much to say on that. Shout out to Kels. You know, you did your thing. You did your thing. Hey. Next topic. Chris Brown sells over 94K tickets in 2 hours for his 11/11 tour. Shout out to Chris Brown. Shout out for Chris Brown for selling over 94K tickets. Shout out to you, Chris Brown. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Y'all know we talked about Chris the other day. And they out here trying to get him. They're making a whole documentary. So what a way to come back and let all the haters know you still going. Big ups to Chris Brown. Big ups to Chris Brown. Big ups to Chris Brown. Next topic. What's the weirdest things that get you angry? I think I touched on this yesterday. Liars. We talked about pet peeves yesterday. And lying is one of my pet peeves. It also, I don't get angry, but I do get kind of like really irritated. Like, you know, yeah. Also, when men don't lift the toilet seat up and they piss on the toilet seat. Like, you just leave the pee right there. That just irks my nerves. Like, I know you, and then especially you black, bro. I know your mama taught you how to put that seat up, or you know what I'm saying? I know. Come on, you got common sense, and that's how I be knowing common sense ain't so common. That's one thing that just not keeping your word too. Like, they all boys down the line. Like, what the fuck was you lying for? Man, I thought we were grown around this hole. All right, next, moving right along. Doechii says dating DL men may be more common than you think. Let's see what Doechii got to say. Y'all know I love my girl Doechii. So let's see what she got to say.
Yes.
Very bold of you to tell it.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
First of all, it is very common. A lot of women, it is very common. A lot of women are dating DL men and they just don't know their man is DL.
That's true.
Yes. It's very common.
Yes. That's true.
I've also dated a gay man before. Well, I mean, he's bisexual, but I mean, gay is a number.
Oh, so that's your bag.
Not intentionally, I'm sure.
Oh, don't speak for black women.
Is that intentional? Which is saying, like, I don't have an issue. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've dated a bisexual man. I'm bisexual. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But
so then what the fuck you put him in the verse
you was DL. That's different.
So he didn't like women.
He didn't tell you because he was fronting about it. He wasn't open.
Right, you were fronting about it.
What is the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference? Allow me to make it.
If she don't mind, but if she don't mind it, but she don't mind it either way.
It's called informed consent. The problem wasn't.
Very bold of you to tell it.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
First of all, it is very common. A lot of women. It is very.
She said it's more common to date a DL man now than we think. I agree. Especially at the rate women are going. Like I told y'all before, everything a man do, you got something to say. You got something to say about a man smoking a hookah, a man eating a hot dog, a man eating a popsicle, a man eating a banana, a man can't smoke a hookah. I mean, it's just so much. Like, and everything a man do, y'all call sassy. Everything a man do, y'all want to call sassy. So, it's more common than you think, if you ask me. Not saying that y'all are turning men gay, but I ain't too far-fetched that, you know, they ain't getting no loving from the ladies like that. Because the ladies don't want the real masculine men, the one that'll shoot and kill your head. For them, they don't think that they DL. So they'll go over here. He ain't with all that. He'll kill you. He got money. He'll knock your head off. Them the ones they want. To elaborate a little bit more on what she's saying, I do think it's more common than we would like to even pay attention to. And we're in a time now where a lot of men should be able to be open about their sexuality, and they can't be. Y'all see how they doing Diddy. Diddy never said he was gay. But just because they suspect that he get down and he's zesty, they over there tearing him up. So when men see y'all doing stuff like that, that causes them not to even want to be honest about nothing. That causes them not want to come out, or not even come out. They don't want to say nothing. Because they don't want to be the next person to be ridiculed and beat upon and disowned, and people making what you do with your sexual parts, with your private parts, they making this big deal, this big issue. So it calls for a lot of men. They don't got time. They don't got time for those big issues. They don't got time to explain themselves like that for real. So I'm not telling y'all shit. I'm not adhering to shit. I'm not admitting to fucking nothing. It's nothing to admit to. So I think that's how a lot of DL niggas think. Like, they be like, my business is my business. And some people be like, oh, but you sleeping with me. That's my business too. No, it's not. You're not the one who like both. I am. I don't have to admit that to you. I agree. Now, we married. Yeah, you should know just about everything about me. Even if, like Doechii said, we dated, I think you should tell somebody you're dating too as well. But somebody you just having sex with, having fun with, hell no. You ain't telling me about you sleeping with the fucking cable man. You not telling me every time I walk out the door, 5 or 6 more niggas walking here before the day end. You're not telling me all that. So why do I have to tell you every fucking thing? No, only if we're in a relationship or we married or something like that, then I owe you that courtesy. I always tell people don't owe you the truth. It's a privilege for somebody to sit there and tell you the truth. It is. God gave us a mind for a reason. We do not have to speak what's on our mind. That's why it's in here. It's in here for me to know and not for you to know. It's a privilege for me to tell you what's up in here. And she said she didn't have a problem with him being DL. I mean, she didn't have a problem with him being bisexual. She had a problem with him lying about him being bisexual, by being DL. And that's where a lot of straight people get a red flag to bash gays, or people, because of men feeling like they didn't have to tell y'all anything. So since y'all feel, oh, you ain't have to tell us nothing, well, we found out. We finna tell everybody. We finna bash you. I don't know. That got to be traumatic for a lot of people. Both ways. The person that didn't want to date a DL man, and the person that is finna be exposed by this person. It just got to be a traumatic as crap, y'all. Like, no. I don't know. But I do know DL men, I know there's a word out there when you're not putting yourself in a category. I think it's non-binary. Y'all need to stop categorizing yourself. Don't even claim to be hetero nothing if you on DL. Get into a space where you're not labeled. Also, ladies, if y'all find out your man on the DL, learn how to accept it. Bashing them is not right. Why are you bashing them? That's just like if somebody found out you were sleeping with a female ladies. That's like somebody found out you were sleeping with another man. They're not gonna bash you for being heterosexual. Like, and you're gonna be like, well, I wasn't hiding that I was heterosexual. No one hides that they're straight because it's not nothing to bash nobody on. Y'all have made it something to bash gay men. Y'all have made it something to bash DL men. Y'all don't do this to females like that. Lesbians don't get bashed like that. Not saying they don't, because I know they do, but not as bad as a gay man. That's all I'm saying. Gay men get a thrashing. Heterosexual men and heterosexual women do not get a thrashing for being heterosexual. Y'all have made this into a thing. So that's what I mean by accept. Like, it's not something to, girl, he gay. And we never say, girl, he heterosexual. Get that fucking heterosexual. You never hear nobody sitting around talking like that. Because it's not a thing. This how you know it's an insult. It'd be insulting when people talk about it. They're talking because I ain't got a problem with you being gay, but you DL. It's like another excuse to get on you for being gay. Because it's getting old to John on gay folks. So there's like, okay, shit, well, we'll just John on the DLs. It's the same thing. You just picked a different face to John on. Same thing with Diddy. No, y'all ain't never heard him say he being gay, but y'all suspect him being zesty. That's why y'all tearing him up. Y'all ain't even talking about none of the victims. I ain't heard none of y'all talk about none of the people that y'all ain't talking about that. Y'all talking about baby oil and booty lube and male sex workers. The females ones that we have heard about, Corinne Steffens and Kendra from Playboy, they said that they had a good time. But since y'all suspect that man being zesty, y'all gonna light his ass up. I'm just saying, and I agree with Doechii, it's more common. But they not finna tell you, so you can tear them up and fuck up their reputation. And you be like, it's nothing to hide, living your truth. No, it is. Like, for people out here who's closed-minded, for people out here that's hateful, for people out here that wants to tear you down, for people out here that's praying to your downfall, yes, keep your mouth closed. Everything ain't for everybody. Only share that information with the people you sleeping with. If you're not sleeping with these people, I feel like there's no need to be out here just saying, I'm whatever. When it comes to sex, it only should involve the person that you're sleeping with. If you're not sleeping with these people, you don't owe them shit. And even if you are, like, even if you are, we not boyfriend and girlfriend, and we not together, relationship or married, and we just fucking, even then, it's a privilege for me to tell you. It's a privilege. I don't have to tell you anything. The soft life is just lazy and entitled women waiting on luxury. Whew. All right, we gonna see what the fuck they say. I'm out.
Define soft life.
Soft life is ease. A nice,
easy life, like everything is easy, everything is being taken care of, and I really don't have to do it. If I want to work, I can, but I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's being presented to me to receive.
When I hear women talk about soft life, I oftentimes get disgusted because it just seems like they don't want, you don't want to be a teammate, you don't want to be a partner, you want to be a companion. Like, you know what I'm saying? A companion, like, you just here to kick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything. So I done took all the risks. I done made all the investment. And you want to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if we were, because you have business, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, if you would let me partner in your business where you pay for everything, you take all the risk. And then I'm like, yes. But when you hit, though,
It's ours.
it's ours.
And you live
I
in a
think you
soft
would look at me
life.
crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just that proposition, like that proposal to me be like, yeah, I want a soft life.
Yeah,
Like,
I get what you're
I
saying.
don't understand why any man would look at that and be like, cool.
Well, I've
Let me get
experienced...
that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then how you making my life soft? Or am I supposed to have the hard life so you can have the soft life? Define soft life.
That's a good question. Am I supposed to have a hard life so that you can have a soft life? So the question was the soft life is just lazy and entitled women wanting luxury. Ladies, I told y'all we're in a time of equality. A lot of these things that y'all are demanding from men is cut out. Y'all have created a space where men see y'all as equals now. She's not less than, she's right here with me. So no, I will not be carrying the heavy load while she carries the lighter load. Like she said, I want a softer life. He said, no, do you want to be a partner? Which means, or you want a companion, somebody you just want to kick it with. I told you a lot of these city girls they just kick it material. They want to lay on your couch and eat up all your food while you go to work and fuck on them and da-da-da-da. No. We are in a different time now where, ladies, I think that you all are past the soft life. I just got done hearing Ari the Dunn state that she thinks she should have been born a man because she's not that sensitive or something. Allegedly, she's not that sensitive or something like that, like females are. And in my brain, I'm like, God made you exactly what you are supposed to be. You could not handle being a man. Like, for real. You couldn't even handle it. You just think you could. But if you felt like God made you a man, I'm just trying to see, like, Bag shouldn't be spending no money for real like that. You be showing her how I really supposed to be because you feel like a dude in the inside. That's all I'm saying. Now, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree with no woman even saying, like, I think I'm a whole dude inside of a girl's body. Are you crazy? And then y'all be asking questions like this. I want to live a soft life. Sound like you want to live a hard one to me. The women that really want to live a soft life, I have a homeboy. He's married, right? His wife, and I'm not going to even say that part, but his wife lives a very soft life. She lives a very soft life. She does not work. She has never worked within the 15 years of them being married. They have children together. And they're a team. Like, it's a real thing. Like, she cook, clean, wash the clothes, he go to work, she makes all the bills, make sure all the bills are paid. It's a real, and they were like this before they got married. So they're a whole team around there and I can tell because without her doing certain things, he wouldn't function. So she's doing a lot of things that helps him keep on going and bringing the money back into the house and make sure all the bills are paid. She lives a soft life because she wants to live a softer life. She wants him to lead. A lot of women don't want to live a soft life. They want to use the man. And men are caught on like, and then y'all done got so good to not explain it. Y'all be like, oh, he must don't like women. He's sassy because he questioning me too much. No, what are your motives? What are your motives? Y'all have set the tone. Y'all don't need a man for nothing. And guess what? Men know this. So when y'all come in contact with men like, what does she want? If she don't want nothing, then she needs to be bringing her own table. I agree. Women, I think y'all should focus more on an equal life. That's y'all are focusing too much on the wrong thing. We are not in the 70s and 60s and 80s no more. We are in the 2000s. Y'all need to focus on more of an equal household. Not living no soft life because y'all don't want to be treated like no soft women. Y'all want to be... I don't get it. It's so conscious. I don't know. Y'all got to get together. That's all I'm going to say. Get together. You want equality? Now you got it. Everything you have heard today is based off observation and opinion. Allegations through the media brought to you by the things that you heard here are not fact. They are opinion and based on observation for conversation, laughs, and giggles. All right, I would like to thank each and every last one of you for tuning in today. If you haven't already, follow me on all social media platforms. IG is the.jq.show. That's the.jq.show. Facebook is Jaquavius Martin. And TikTok is the JQ Show. Thank you for tuning in today. And I'll holler at y'all later. Later.